Well, hello there. It's warm, isn't it? First time really since when I first did the garden when I came home 2 weeks ago. It's yeah, 2 weeks. Well, a week of good weather and then a week of horrible weather. And yesterday wasn't too good either. We did get a little bit of sun in the afternoon. So, how's your weekend gone so far? I've actually been out today. Of our garden is so bad. I don't know how to look after grass. I lived in a flat for 20 odd years and never had a garden, so I really don't know how to look after a lawn. I really need to look it up, and of course being away at sea where there's no grass at all. So I don't know what to do. It's all lumpy and I can't put the lawnmower over. Even on the highest setting, it still catches on the lumps and bumps in the lawn. So I'm thinking along the ideas that I might have to get one of these water-filled lawn things that you press down, or I don't know what to do. Anyway, so this afternoon will be an internet search to find out how to get a better lawn. You see people with immaculate lawns. Yeah, I know. We mow it every year. We mow it several times a year, in fact, but it's just bad. Oh, sorry about the sunglasses and the hat, but I have to keep a lot of the sun off my face after my skin cancer scare 2 years ago. Anyway, I've just watered the garden with some lawn feed to try and make it a little bit better. And yeah, the actual plants themselves aren't doing too well. Aren't doing too badly. In fact, they're doing really well because we kept them in pots off the soil. It means that they do tend to keep watered, keep wet, rather than at the moment the soil here, it just dries out. As soon as the sun comes out, it goes from a bog 1 minute, then the next day it's rock hard. And you try and put the fork in to aerate the soil, and 1 minute it's too soft and squidgy, and it ends up dragging everything up with the fork rather than leaving nice holes. And the next minute it's rock hard, you can't get the fork in. So I don't know what to do. I have seen videos where people put stuff on their lawn. It looks like sawdust, but I'm sure it's not. But that's the kind of colour it is. And yeah, I have got some compost, but I don't want to spread that on the lawn. Not too. I suppose that might help. But yeah, I'll get the winter web out and have a look. Anyway, so what have you got up to? I'm just having a flavoured water. It's supposed to be grapefruit flavoured stuff. But it done half dry you out. Well, the lady Sarah and I had a lovely meal on Friday. I missed one of my subscribers is going there. He went there yesterday, actually on Saturday. So I missed him by 24 hours, which would have been nice to have said hello to one of my subscribers. Yeah, so I missed him. But we will be going back to the Blacksmith's Arms next Friday. So maybe if he's out, we'll bump into each other. What else has been going on? Oh, not a lot. Oh yeah, I had a look at Sarah's Nissan Duke, and they are £20 a year for road tax. The insurance group is, I think it's a 8 or 9E, whatever that means. I don't know what that means, but when I looked at the insurance, I put my details in. It said it was £250 a year, so that might be something to look at. And it did 77 miles to the gallon. This is a diesel engine, a manual gearbox, of course, but it did 77 to the gallon. How can you believe that? Anyway, so I'm gonna look at trying to find somewhere that can give us a loan for a car that the interest rate isn't too great. So we'll see. Like I said, the plans are afoot. So if Sarah can hold on a couple more years, we might be able to do something for her. But otherwise, her mortgage finished because she owns the house. It's her house. I moved in here. Of course, I've put double glazing and stuff in it. So yeah, it's technically it's half mine now. But don't tell Sarah. Yeah. Anyway, so in a couple of years' time, we'll be able to do things. We're making plans for the kitchen we're going to, bless his little cotton socks, our dog, when we had builders over the back putting up the new roofs over there. The council were putting up the new roofs on some of the houses across the back because they're still council owned, and it was firework night as well. So the dog had been stressed out all days with the builders across the road, across the way there. And firework night, this was the first firework night that we had with him. When he was on his own, we had to go out for a bit. So this was the first one on his own, and he got a bit frightened, so he started tearing up the carpet. Well, we actually had lino in the kitchen, so he ripped up all the lino, and he ripped up all the tiles that were underneath the lino. So we're going to have a lot of work done. And that's when I did some looking into how to get the dogs to mellow out during firework night. And like I said, the secret is to say no. We were the first time that we had him when we were with him with the firework night, because we didn't go out that year. We stayed in, and we just told him no, because he started to get all agitated, and he looked at us for guidance, I suppose, and we just said sternly no. And he kind of looked at us and went, oh, is that not a problem then? And we rewarded him for being calm. So when he calmed down and stopped being a bit agitated, we gave him a bit of fuss. But all the time that he's, if a loud bang went off and he started barking, we just said no, and instantly quietened down. So after that he was okay. But we just never got around to replacing the kitchen floor, simply because it was too much money. And I think this was just before COVID set in, so I was out of work during those COVID years. I've been knocked off my bike, so I've missed one job opportunity. I managed to get another job opportunity out in Ireland on a research boat out there. Hello, if you're still watching, to all the guys on that Irish research boat. And I had a good time out there taking photographs and videos and stuff like that. It was the first time I actually been on a research boat, and there was only two of us on there, two engineers, of course. The rest were made up with deck crew and deck officers. I think they had two captains. One was a fishing captain that did all the fishing, and the other one was a master mariner that did the steering and the navigating. So that was something. But that was a long time ago now. It's a few years ago now. And then I got a little job down at SMS down in the harbour there, local place. But that was terrible. I was being poisoned by diesel fumes. I really was being affected by it. You don't realise until you're actually exposed to leaking diesel how much of an effect it has on you. It really does turn your brain slightly. I was very confused and befuddled, and that's why at the time I did a voluntary cycle ride to raise money for charity. When I got off that boat after actually 3 weeks on board, I couldn't work out how to go round a roundabout. My brain was that confused. Luckily, it was within the grounds of the port, so I was able to pull over and stop and just try and get my head together. It was a real confusing 5 minutes, and then as soon as I got home, after a week of being at home, it was okay. And I never went back after that. It was just pants, really. Anyway, that's I've said anyway again, haven't I? I keep saying that word. Right, I've gone over 9 minutes, so what I won't do is I won't put the adverts in the mid-section. So for your viewing pleasure, you won't be interrupted. So hopefully you'll give it a thumbs up if you do get to this part, and give it a like and a share if you want. Just some old geezer in his back garden having a natter. Anyway, I hope you're okay. I hope your weekend is going really well. Sunday night, I don't know what you're having, but I think we're having, I think we've got roast pork or roast gammon, something like that. I know Sarah's been up to something yesterday, so most of the work has been done, obviously to enjoy our evening today. So yeah, most of the work's been done. So we're going to sit back and have a cosy evening. We might actually sit outside for a bit because the weather is absolutely gorgeous. Summer's coming along, as you know. It's now the 2nd of June, flaming June as they call it. And of course, don't worry, the climate isn't changing as the BBC would have you know. It's changing because the sun's poles are going to flip. And that's why the solar radiation is reaching a solar maxima at the moment. And of course, the Earth is tilted towards the sun at a few degrees more than normal. So the northern hemisphere will get more sun than normal. And of course, part of the elliptical orbit around the sun, we're now 300 million miles or so closer. So that's why we're having a warm season. Come next year, come 2030, we'll be having a cooler period than we're having now. This is because the Earth goes in cycles for 42 year cycle on average. I think the last time we had a proper warm spell was 15 years ago, but normally on average it's every 42 years. So if you go back in time to 1976, when we had a real scorcher of a summer, that's the only scorcher of a summer that I've known. Other than what's going to happen this year will be another one. But next year should be a bit cooler, and the year after that it will start going back to what we know as normal. Anyway, yes, it's going to be good getting Sarah a new car, because she does deserve it. She is hard working. You know, she works almost every day. She gets 2 days off a week, and I think she had Friday off. She's got Tuesday off, and then that's it for 6 days. She won't get another day off for another 6 days after that, which is rather annoying. As I'm going back to sea, and I'd rather spend a lot more time with her actually. Yeah, I know. It's but I'm getting on. As I said to Sarah this morning, I am getting old. I do feel broken actually. It's the last couple of days I've just ached all over. The minute I got out of bed and I just ache and ache. But anyway, that's life, I suppose. Getting older. So I put in an order for cod liver oil. Yeah, I know, daft in it, but that's it. I've got to try something. And I don't know about glucosamine. I don't know if that would work. I tried it a couple of years ago and it didn't do any different. And then I had my knee replaced anyway. So we'll see. Anyway, right, that's about it. That's gone on for 12 minutes. Really sorry I've been such a long one, but I'll see you on the next one. I'll probably do one tomorrow when I've got some more exciting news about what I'm going to do with the garden. Anyway, I'll catch you later. Bye then. Ciao. Have a nice weekend.